Hi, I'm Priscilla, and I'm going to take you through my delicious proposal for What's Up Cupcake. So, the main thing that I was trying to sort of like get across here is what we're trying to do, which is deliver a shift in awareness to action. So making sure that people in the Whitstable area know about What's Up Cupcake, where to go and where to find the perfect product. So in order to deliver that, we want to connect with the exact target audience. We know that the target audience are people who have upcoming celebrations. So what we wanted to do was look at Google Trends and find out the kind of things they're putting into their search engine and target them that way. So whether that's through including bespoke hashtags on posts or just making sure that we're targeting via Facebook when we're putting out the posts, we just want to ensure that we're reaching your target audience so that we can shift that awareness into action. And by action, I mean actively purchasing. So, as I've mentioned, we will be present where they are and show the cupcakes taste as good as they look. How are we going to deliver that? Through the messaging around the post and clicking out directly to the website where they can see the full information. So, all in all, our ambition is that we'll become the bakery of choice. Food facts. So this is my insight. Number one, food is everything. We all know that food is fuel, we need it in our lives. However, sometimes there can be a snackcident and we might feel a little bit guilty because we succumb to our cravings and we want that little sugary boost. However, is it really a snackcident if we're using natural ingredients? And that's one of the main things that we want to put out in this campaign. Natural ingredients means guilt-less cupcakes. So alongside that, we also have this image, which is quite pertinent because if you ever walked up to a celebration, you've seen the cake display, but you can't touch it because we haven't sung happy birthday yet, or we haven't popped the balloon to find out what gender the baby is, so you've got to wait a while. But all you want to do is get all up in there. Well, why do we feel that way? Because we look at it and we think, this is going to taste delicious. But how do we know? We know because they look that way. And that's what we're banking on when we go into socials, because we want to make sure that the cupcakes are seen. We want everyone to see how delicious these cupcakes are so we can inspire that same thought process, that these cupcakes at What's Up Cupcake are delicious. So the solution is see, believe, buy. See the cupcakes on socials, believe that they are super tasty, and go online to buy. Standing out. How are we going to capture the attention amongst the constant competition on socials? Well, I'll tell you, by putting money behind it. If we put money behind the campaign, we can make sure that we can target the exact audience that I was speaking about. So on Facebook, we know that that platform really at the moment is used to engage with people that you don't see that often. So whether it's family or friends abroad or whatever, it's our time to show off and say, this is what we've been up to, and you can show off. Do you know why? Because you've got a What's Up Cupcake, yeah you do, on display. So we'll be targeting people on Facebook around celebrations, so anybody, like I mentioned, who through Google Trends we know have been searching particular keywords, which we'll use when we're targeting that audience. But then there was another one. Now, we know What's Up Cupcake don't have a LinkedIn page at the moment, but that could all change. Why? Because through LinkedIn, you can target people by their job. So, event managers in the Whitstable area, I'm coming for you. You're going to be seeing about What's Up Cupcakes, and hopefully you can place an order. Then you've got Instagram and Twitter. That's all about driving the community around What's Up Cupcake. We can see from the gallery that there's a good community out there anyway, but it's just about building on that. So we want to do some sort of like conversational pieces on socials, whether that's what's your favourite flavour, and then showing all of the array of flavours that are already there at What's Up Cupcake, but also as a moment of inspiration to find out about new flavours out there too. There may also be an opportunity to win. Then campaign timeline. So we've got 3 days to deliver. So we're going to be receiving our brief video assets on day 1, then editing anything which if it's necessary for the specific platforms, and creating different copy for each platform. So what will be posted out is going to be different on Twitter, and then equally on Instagram we have something around video, stories. So we just make sure that on each platform all of our copy is bespoke to where it's going out. Then day 2, testing. So essentially this is our time where we can work out what's working well and what's not working quite as well, and optimize that looking forward to day 3. So the specific things we'll be looking at is the targeting segments that we've used, the time of day, and the engagement on each platform to see what's worked well. And then on day 3, we'll agree the budgets to put behind the post to make sure that to see where like sort of you as What's Up Cupcake are comfortable spending more money. Perhaps you want to lean into Instagram over LinkedIn. So we'll agree that based on your expectations, set the campaign live and track progress and optimize as relevant. So here's some inspiration from other bakeries and what they've been up to. So here you can see we've got a bit.ly link where they're linking out onto their own websites. That's nice, short and concise. It's not taking up too much the word count on the actual post. And then we've got here from Rose Bakery, who do super well with all of their engagement. They've got really strong social content. We've got loads of hashtags there, and also some emojis. So it's just about what we can do to sort of like garner attention around our video content. And that's it from me. So if you have any questions, please let me know.
Any questions for Priscilla?
Many.
How did you do that in that short time?
I know, right?
That was brilliant.
So good.
That was brilliant.
Professional.
You're such a good narrator. You're a storyteller.
Yeah. I love what you did with
That's what you
Facebook, Insta, and then like, you know, why they were good, and that's really.
I think the LinkedIn thing, I wouldn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's
Smart.
amazing.
That was so,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's where your big butts, your bigger yield's going to come. Yeah, shadow of a doubt.
Really good.
That was brilliant. I don't want to go. I'm not bothered now.
6.5 minutes.
That felt like a good 10-minute presentation.
Yeah.
Not quite ages, but it felt like you filmed in 10 minutes. But it was engaging from start to finish.
Yeah, I mean your style of presentation and pitching was just spot on.
Bang on.
The eye contact as well.
Yeah, you used everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Rhetorical questions as well.
And how many of us were super engaged and really laughing? I mean, like it was so. I was having a whale of a time. Yeah, it was just so enjoyable.
Because you tapped into, tapping
the
into
humour.
what people do when they go into a restaurant and they see like the cakes and you think, oh my god, I love that. There isn't anybody on this earth that doesn't do that.
Do you remember when we covered that off in the pitch and brief one when we looked at the Madman thing, and he was trying to find ways to make it human? You did that flawlessly.
So
it
good,
was,
Priscilla.
you should be very pleased with yourself. I think it kicked off from the beginning. Like when you said about the delicious proposal, and that's when that set the tone from the beginning. I knew you were just gonna go with it. I loved the bakery of choice, really confident presentation, really articulate, beautifully presented. I thought she'd matched all the colours in the presentation, so the tone of voice was there, and the tone of voice for the brand as well, because they're cheeky but quaint. So that came across. The insight that you've done about food is everything. I mean, well, I live and die by that quote, but the snackcident, I think that's when you it showed a real concept that you got so many legs with that to take on social. And you still came back to the natural ingredients. Your presenter skills are incredible. I mean, that was a masterclass, in my opinion. The See, Believe and Buy was great, because again you were thinking about like smart ways to kind of make it into a marketing strapline, but the LinkedIn page thing on the events management was very smart. That was very clever, nice angle. And again, you showed about giving them the option with the social, like we're going to start with this, but we can be flexible and optimise it. That's great. That shows the assessor that you understand the nature of social and how these campaigns are sort of organic, and they just kind of can move and change. They don't have to be fixed. The timeline was great, and I just loved it. I thought it was brilliant. Well done. Anyone else? Anything to add?
So, well, again, it was still brilliant.
Yeah, it was great. Well done.
Well done, Andy.